In the world of 24/7 news, network personalities are everything, and Sandra Smith is rising to the top of the ranks. So how did she land at Fox News, and where is she headed next? From LSU to career-driven mom of two, here's what you don't know. This future face of broadcast journalism was born in Illinois, and back in her teens, when it came to choosing a college, Smith told New Orleans Living magazine that she knew she wanted to pursue a degree in business. At the same time, she was also feeling drawn to the French language, something that she had enjoyed studying in high school. She said, "I discovered there was a French-speaking area in the United States, so I thought, that's it, I'm going down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana." Smith had originally attended Illinois State University and later took a few classes at Louisiana State. Immediately, Smith was hooked, she remembered. "After a semester, I called my parents and said, there's no way I'm leaving this place. That summer, I went back home and just knew in my heart that I belonged in Louisiana. So I transferred to LSU."
LSU was just amazingly supportive, both of my academics and my athletics.
Smith looks back at college life fondly, saying her experience at LSU truly shaped her into the person she is today. By this point, we all know that most network news outlets employ their political perspectives as part of their brands. For example, MSNBC is known to be on the left of the spectrum, where Fox News is further to the right, so it might be hard to picture the same journalists working at different news outlets, given network affiliations and reputations. Even so, Smith is an example of that reach across the journalistic aisle. As noted by Adweek, Smith started her TV news career with Bloomberg Television. Bloomberg, of course, referring to Mike Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York City who became a mogul of the media world. Smith shared that Bloomberg Television called her with an enticing offer. She then left her career path and made the jump to TV news. She was at Bloomberg Television for less than a year, but the company clearly made an impact on her career trajectory. She said, "It was a very difficult decision, but that was my big break." Every journalist has a story that defines their career, and for Smith, this came in the form of the financial crisis, which was lined up perfectly with when she started working for Fox News. She told Adweek that she had left her job at Bloomberg Television just as the bull market was peaking, an experience that she described as, quote, nuts. From there, Smith went on to cover Bernie Madoff, the fraudulent former chairman of the NASDAQ stock exchange. Smith explained that she followed Madoff's every move, she stood outside his apartment, and she waited all hours of the day just to get a glimpse of him. She recalled to Adweek, "I was on that story more than anyone. I chased this guy everywhere. He got in a car and we would get in a car and chase him down to his jail cell. That was just a huge story for me." Smith has been on the ground reporting on some of the biggest events of the last decade. She co-anchored Fox News' coverage of the memorial service for Representative John Lewis, a civil rights hero who was honored in a ceremony in Selma, Alabama. Smith also was responsible for covering the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and was on site in London for the occasion. But Smith had to work her way up the ladder to get where she is now. She told New Orleans Living magazine that she received a call from Fox in October of 2007, informing her that the channel was launching Fox Business Network. This set off a chain of events that would lead her to different on-air shows. After initially joining Fox, Smith made appearances on both Fox News and Fox Business, and 2 years later, she became a regular fixture on Imus in the morning. Smith also worked as a guest commentator on Red Eye, Fox Business Happy Hour, and Hannity. By 2014, Fox News premiered Outnumbered and tapped Smith as co-anchor. She was joined by Harris Faulkner, and the show has since featured a number of panelists and guest commentators. By all accounts, Smith is a trailblazer. Not only is she the co-anchor of a prominent network news show, but she made history during the 2016 election cycle in a unique way. Smith was joined by Trish Regan from Fox Business to become the first female duo in history to serve as moderators for the fourth debate among then-hopeful GOP candidates.
I'm Trish Regan, along with my co-moderator Sandra Smith.
When asked whether her gender might play into the questioning, Smith affirmed to People, "We don't have to press the gender issue. It naturally comes through in our conversations that we are women, and women naturally bring a different perspective. It's an organic thing." Smith went on to say that she and Regan brought varying skills and viewpoints to the table, making the debate that much more dynamic. This Illinois native ultimately settled in New York City for work, but while she has clearly been crushing it ever since, she's still found the time to invest in her personal life. As noted by New Orleans Living magazine, Smith now lives in Westchester County, just 35 miles outside of New York City, with her husband and 2 children. Smith met her future husband, business commentator John Connolly, while she was working at Terra Nova in Chicago. She revealed that the top brass at the company requested that she represent them on the trading floor and give commentary to news networks, including CNBC and Bloomberg. It was there that she met Connolly. The two got hitched in 2010 and have 2 children, John and Cora, as well as a dog named Whiskey. As far as maintaining a happy life at work and at home, it sounds like Smith has that delicate balance down pat. She explained the work side of things, telling New Orleans Living magazine, "You can read some unfortunate things about Fox, but I can sincerely say it's really a supportive work environment." Even if you don't know that much about the journalism industry, chances are that you're aware that an anchor's day starts early and ends late, because, of course, the news never sleeps. And as it turns out, Smith's schedule is no exception to the rule. She told Louisiana State University about her morning routine, revealing that her days start long before the crack of dawn. She typically gets up around 4 a.m. and is usually out the door 40 minutes later. She heads straight to work and likes to hit the ground running.
I need to help our audience understand. I need to know more. They need to know more.
So what exactly does that morning hustle look like? Well, a lot goes down even before she hits the air. Smith reads 3 different newspapers and does a social media and Twitter scroll to see what politicians and public figures have been talking about. As she put it, she has a whole lot of homework to do as soon as she gets to the office. Smith also makes it a point to set intentions for her day. She shared, "I set out with a goal every day to deliver real, honest news to our viewers. An admirable goal for sure. We're just wondering when she squeezes in a cup of coffee." Being a face of the news industry is a full-time job and then some, but Smith still tries to make time for one of her favorite hobbies, running. She told Runner's World that she competed for Louisiana State University, and since her days as a college co-ed, the sport has remained an important part of her life. Smith's goal, she revealed, is to run every single day. Ambitious? Yes, but it also sounds like Smith is pretty easygoing about her hobby. She told the outlet, "Some weeks I run 7 days, some weeks I run 0. Smith pointed to her long days at work, explaining that a long run is an almost therapeutic way for her to let things go and enjoy some alone time. She shared, "I love running. It's my escape. It's when I think best. With so much going on, running is no longer a chore or a stress to me. It's a getaway." Of course, Smith added that health benefits are another attractive component of her outdoor workouts, and as fans know, she likes to stay fit. One of the great aspects of building a career in journalism is an ever-growing fan base, notoriety, and the high-profile interviews that come with it. Some journalists keep their focus within the realm of entertainment and sit down with celebrities and other popular figures. Still, others venture into the political arena and go face-to-face with politicians and lawmakers. For much of her career, Smith has fallen into the latter category, and she shared with Adweek in 2016 about what kinds of meeting of the minds she would love to participate in throughout her career. After expressing her desire to interview the then President of the United States, which seems like a no-brainer for political reporters, Smith shared that she has the goal of sitting down with major world leaders, particularly with those who govern the Middle East. She revealed, "I would love to get inside their mind, meeting with the heads of Middle Eastern countries while covering the commodities markets, oil markets, and the Saudi government. There are just immense things happening in the Middle East right now." With aspirations like these and a career trajectory like hers, it's safe to say that Smith is on track to meet any goal she dreams up. True journalists cover the news around the world, all while doing their best to keep their personal points of view out of their coverage. As part of an unbiased take for the viewer, unless an article or a segment is specifically labeled as an opinion or critique, personal opinion should remain on the sideline. This is a memo that Smith has clearly gotten, and she spoke to The Hollywood Reporter about her perspective when it comes to opinion. She told the outlet that she doesn't infuse personal politics in her work, and when asked how she could accomplish such a thing when her show, Outnumbered, is an opinion-based show, Smith said that she considers her role to be that of a moderator. She explained, "We are the journalists. We carry the breaking news for the show. My job is to bring out the best in everybody that is sitting on that couch. Even if my personal belief is in line with the discussion, you'll see me play devil's advocate just to make sure the other side is represented." When asked if Fox News might be more opinionated than other networks, Smith affirmed that the network's news-based programming and opinion-based shows are distinct from one another. Just because Fox News Network is known for its political leanings, that doesn't mean that Smith lets anyone off easy. In August of 2020, Smith got the chance to question former Trump administration press secretary Kayleigh McEnany, who at the time was on the show to discuss the fringe group QAnon. When Smith asked McEnany if then-President Donald Trump was, quote, supporting this conspiracy theory, McEnany quickly pivoted and said that she had never heard Trump even mention the fringe group, but Smith deftly pushed back. She said, "Just to be clear, Kayleigh, he was asked about it yesterday. He said that he's heard about the online conspiracy theorists and that they are people that love our country."
It was puzzling to many people.
Smith's drive for the truth in whatever story she's covering only proves to her fans and her adversaries that she's got where she is by never holding back. As she once told The Advocate, "No one ever asked me about my politics when I interviewed at Fox News Channel, nor has it ever been discussed during my time at the network. I'm a broadcast journalist. I report facts and I report them fairly. It is the viewer's job to decide." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite news anchors are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.